Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to expand those vocabularies.
Always exciting to dive deeper into English, especially those tricky words from the Oxford 5000.
That's right. And today we're tackling 30 words.
Yeah, from group 31 to be exact, for those keeping track.
Words 901 through 930, like a secret code almost.
But don't worry, we'll break them down.
Make it easy peasy.
Yeah.
Perfect for you intermediate learners out there.
Absolutely. Clear examples for each word coming right up.
Okay, first up we have icon.
Icon.
It means a very famous person or thing that represents something.
Yeah, like Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, perfect example.
She's a fashion icon.
Toxic.
Or the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
That's an iconic landmark in Paris.
Brutally.
And even something like that new electric car, you know the one?
I think I do, yeah.
It's becoming an icon of sustainability.
Oh, very cool. Good examples. Okay, next word is identical,
Identical, all right?
meaning exactly the same in every detail.
Like, identical twins. Even their parents have trouble telling them apart.
I've seen those videos. It's wild.
Or imagine two paintings
Okay.
that are identical copies of some masterpiece.
Ooh, tricky.
Or have you seen that company's new phone?
Maybe. Which one?
It looks identical to their last model, no difference.
Oh, that happens a lot these days in tech, yeah.
It does.
Speaking of identifying things, next word. Identification.
Identification.
All about proving who you are or what something is.
Right. So you need a valid form of identification, like to open a bank account.
Super important, yeah.
And the police.
Mm-hmm.
They often work on the identification of a suspect in a case.
Of course, yeah.
Even like bird identification can be tough.
Ooh, tell me about it.
For beginners especially, so many species.
Way too many. All right, let's get a little ideological.
Ooh, ideological.
This relates to a set of beliefs or ideas, often about politics or society.
Right. So two political parties.
Okay.
They might have very different ideological viewpoints.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or a book could explore like the ideological roots of a conflict.
Deep stuff.
And sometimes decisions are made not practically, but based on ideological convictions.
Interesting. So then there's ideology itself.
Ideology.
The actual set of beliefs.
Big picture, yeah. So a professor's lectures.
Yeah.
They might explore the history of socialist ideology.
I see.
Or a company's marketing campaign. It could be promoting a consumerist ideology.
Gotcha.
And some ideologies, they emphasize individual freedom and responsibility.
Interesting. Okay, now for a word we maybe shouldn't use too often. Idiot.
Idiot, oh boy.
It means someone who is foolish or lacking intelligence.
Right, but like, it depends how you say it.
Tone matters. Yeah.
Like you could say, I felt like an idiot when I locked my keys in the car.
We've all been there.
Or joking, you idiot, you scared me.
Playfully.
But it can be mean too. He drove like an idiot, weaving in and out of traffic.
Yeah, then it's not so nice. That's a good point about how the tone affects the meaning. Now, on to ignorance.
Ignorance.
It means a lack of knowledge or understanding. This one can be a little sensitive, right?
It can, yeah. You wouldn't want to just accuse someone of ignorance.
Right.
But you might say, like, her ignorance about the situation was surprising.
I see.
Or talk about, combating ignorance about the risks of smoking.
Important.
And sometimes he made the decision out of ignorance, not malice.
Yeah. Important distinction.
Definitely.
It's all about context with that one. Okay. How about illusion?
Illusion.
This is something that appears to be real, but isn't.
Like a magician.
Oh, yeah.
Their tricks create a convincing illusion.
For sure.
Or someone having no illusions about how difficult a task is.
Facing reality.
And sometimes in relationships, people realize their love was just an illusion.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, now for a word that's all about bringing things to life. Imagery.
Imagery.
It refers to vivid descriptions that create pictures in your mind.
Like a poet's use of imagery?
Okay.
That can be breathtaking.
Absolutely.
Or a film's visuals and imagery. powerful, lasting impact.
Yeah.
And you might say, the imagery in my dream was so strange.
So strange and surreal.
Exactly.
I love that word, surreal. Okay, shifting gears to immense, meaning extremely large or great.
Immense. Well, the universe is immense.
That's for sure.
Almost impossible to grasp.
Totally.
People might face immense challenges after, say, an earthquake.
Oh, yeah.
Rebuilding, starting over.
Oh.
Or feel an immense sense of pride at a graduation.
Oh, I bet. That's a good one. All right, next is immigration.
Immigration.
The movement of people to a new country to live there permanently.
Big topic. It's shaped a lot of national identities.
Mm-hmm.
Governments are always working on immigration policies.
It's complex.
And people face lots of obstacles during their immigration journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, for a word that suggests urgency, imminent.
Imminent, all right.
It means something's about to happen very soon.
You might hear that election results are imminent.
Ooh, the suspense.
Or storm clouds gathering. Rain seems imminent.
Better grab an umbrella.
And sadly, sometimes a company collapsing.
Oh, no.
That can seem imminent too because of debts.
Hopefully we can keep learning new words without anything imminent like that happening to us. Okay, next is immune.
Immune.
It means being protected from a disease or the effects of something.
Like chicken pox.
Okay.
You get it once, you're usually immune for life.
Lucky.
Some people, they seem immune to certain charms, though.
Oh, interesting.
And of course, vaccines.
Yeah.
They help make you immune to viruses.
Important stuff. All right, let's talk about putting things into action with implement.
Implement.
To put a plan or a system into effect.
Like a government.
Okay.
Implementing a new education policy.
I see.
Or a company implementing a cost-cutting strategy.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Sometimes you just need to implement changes quickly.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's implementation.
Implementation.
The process itself.
Right. So you could say the implementation of the new system, it was a success.
Wonderful.
Or maybe there were some delays
Uh-oh.
in the implementation of the project.
Happens all the time.
And effective implementation is crucial for any strategy.
Couldn't agree more. So true. Now, for a word that makes us think about consequences, implication.
Implication, okay.
It refers to a possible effect or result of something.
Like the implications of a decision could be huge.
Absolutely.
Or a study could have implications. For cancer treatment, maybe?
Important stuff.
And it's always good to consider, like, the implications of your actions.
Definitely, yeah. All right, moving on to imprison.
Imprison.
To put someone in prison.
Someone might be in prison for 20 years.
Wow.
For a crime.
Serious stuff.
Governments can imprison individuals who break the law.
Right, right.
And sometimes it's figurative, like she felt imprisoned by her fears.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
And then there's imprisonment.
Imprisonment.
The noun being in prison.
So someone's imprisonment could devastate their family.
Sad, but true.
We might talk about the conditions of imprisonment in a certain country.
Right.
Or being sentenced to 5 years of imprisonment.
Tough. Okay, now for inability.
Inability.
The state of not being able to do something.
So you could say his inability to speak the language made it difficult to communicate.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Or the team's inability to score goals cost them the game.
Classic sports commentary right there.
And sometimes her inability to cope with stress
led to
burnout, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's tough. Next up is inadequate.
Inadequate.
Meaning not enough or not good enough.
Funding for a project could be inadequate.
Ooh, problem.
An explanation might be inadequate, like not answering your concerns.
Right, right.
And sometimes a school's facilities are inadequate for the number of students.
That's a problem. That's a tough one. All right, let's talk about inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Not suitable or proper in a particular situation.
Someone's behavior at a funeral that could be completely inappropriate.
Yeah.
Or wearing jeans to a wedding. inappropriate.
Depends on the wedding, but yeah, I see your point.
And making inappropriate comments
That work.
can really offend your colleagues.
Yeah, it's all about reading the room.
It is.
Okay, now for a word about motivation. Incentive.
Incentive.
Something that encourages you to do something.
Like a company might offer financial incentive to increase productivity.
Makes sense.
Promise of a reward.
Yeah.
That's a powerful incentive.
Absolutely.
And even tax breaks are used as an incentive to get businesses to invest.
Interesting.
Huh.
Moving on to incidents.
Incidents.
The frequency of something happening.
There might be a big increase in the incidence of a disease.
Uh-oh.
Or the incidence of crime in an area could be low.
That's good.
And studies might look at the incidence of heart disease.
Across.
Different age groups.
Makes sense. Okay, we're almost there. Now for inclined, meaning feeling like you want to do something.
Wait.
Or that something is likely to happen.
Inclined, all right.
So you might be inclined to agree with someone.
On a point, yeah.
Or notice someone is inclined to be, well, lazy.
It happens.
And a company could be inclined to reject an offer.
True.
I'm definitely inclined to keep learning new words. How about inclusion?
Conclusion.
This one means the act of including something or someone.
A curriculum might emphasize the inclusion of different perspectives.
Ooh, like diversity of thought.
Exactly. And social inclusion is important for a harmonious society.
I like it.
And a team might celebrate the inclusion of new members.
Awesome. Now let's look at incorporate, which means to combine something into a larger whole.
Incorporate, okay.
So you could say, we've incorporated your suggestion.
Into the design.
Perfect.
Or the company decided to incorporate a smaller firm, their operations.
Got it.
And a musician might incorporate elements of jazz and blues into their music.
Oh, very cool. I love that. Okay, time for a simple one. Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Just means wrong.
Your answer to a question could be incorrect.
Happens to the best of us.
Information in an article could be incorrect.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
And someone could have an incorrect understanding of a situation.
Yeah, definitely. Now, for a word that's often used when talking about finances, incur.
Incur.
It means to experience something unpleasant as a result of your actions.
Like you might incur a penalty withdrawing your money early.
Ah, those pesky fees.
A company could incur losses.
Due to
An economic downturn.
bad news.
And you could incur your parents' wrath.
Oh, hell.
Staying out past curfew.
Yikes. Better not incur their wrath, that's for sure. Now for a word that's all about freedom. Independence.
Independence.
The ability to make your own decisions and not rely on others.
A young nation might fight for its independence. Colonial rule.
A big moment in history.
Someone might value their independence, live life on their own terms.
I like that.
And many people, they strive for financial independence.
Absolutely a good goal. And finally, our last word for this deep dive is index.
Index, last one.
It can be an alphabetical list at the back of a book to help you find information.
Right, like finding a word's definition.
Exactly.
You look in the index.
But it can also be a statistical measure of change.
Right. The Consumer Price Index, it measures average prices over time.
Gotcha.
And the Stock Market Index, that can change a lot in a day.
That's for sure. Wow, we did it. We covered 30 words, each with its own nuances and uses.
How are you feeling? Ready to use some of these?
I am. It's amazing how many words there are out there.
The best way to learn them is to just start using them.
Yeah, don't let them just sit there in your brain. Make them part of your everyday English. And if you enjoyed learning these 30 words, imagine how many more you can learn. Keep exploring, keep practicing, and most importantly, have fun with it.
Absolutely. Have fun.